Hey guys, what's up? Do you feel that you just keep floating in thin air or find it difficult to pick up a new task? Don't worry, today we will summarize and discuss some of the ideas mentioned in the book Atomic Habits, authored by James Clear, who himself had to go through an accident which paralyzed him, but thanks to his willpower, he went on to receive the President's Medal in university. Dave Brailsford was appointed as a director of British Cycling during 2003, who believed in aggregation of marginal gains and tried to find improvement in overlooked areas such as redesigning the bike seats to make them more comfortable, wearing electrically heated overshorts to maintain ideal muscle temperature, and you name it. Over time, it resulted in the domination of the British cycling team in the 2008 and 12 Olympics, and in the same year, Bradley Wiggins won the Tour de France. So guys, I hope you understand how small improvements accumulate and can lead to massive results after a period of time. The process of building a habit is divided into 4 simple steps: cue, craving, response, and reward. For example, think of cue as something like buzzing of a phone, and then you would be very eager to learn the content of the message, which is similar to craving, and you respond by switching on the phone. And once you read the message, you end up rewarding yourself. And if it gives you immediate satisfaction, you end up repeating the same loop of cue, craving, response, and reward afterwards. In order to transform by taking in good habits and eliminate bad ones, the author uses the framework of 4 laws of behavior change. Law number 1. To form a good habit, make it obvious or make it invisible if you want to break one. The Japanese railway system performs a peculiar ritual of pointing at different objects and calling out commands. For example, when a train approaches a signal, the operator will point and say, "Signal is green." As the train pulls in and out of each station, the operator will call out the exact speed. This system of pointing and calling, although seems silly, reduces error by up to 85% and cuts accident by 30%. And this technique can be applied to our normal lives as well, which will remind us of our actions. Implementation intention. If you plan to adopt a new habit in your lifestyle like exercising, just include it in your plan beforehand and mention where and when you will act. Next time, if you want to start something new such as meditation, write something like, "I will meditate at 7 p.m. in the kitchen," and just see the results. Diderot effect. This effect states that obtaining a new possession often creates a spiral of consumption, just like dominoes. For example, if we go to the bathroom to wash our hands, we are reminded to put our towels in laundry, then buying a laundry detergent for it, and the list will just go on. Now from here comes the technique called habit stacking, where we can link current habit that we do to a new habit we want to start. Example: if you want to exercise, say something like, "After I take off my work shoes, I will change into my workout clothes." This behavior increases the likelihood that we will stick with the new habit. During the Vietnam War in 1971, it was observed that almost 15% of soldiers were addicted to heroin, as they were in constant pressure of fighting and it was easily available. But once they were back home, almost 9 out of 10 soldiers were no longer addicts. Was it because of the change in environment, as the soldiers were no longer pressurized to fight? Or was it because there was no supply? I think the former is the answer. The soldiers could stay away from drugs because their environment were designed to do so back home. And that's why people with high self-control keep their surroundings clean and devoid of negative cues. So next time you are feeling too distracted, just switch off your mobile, or you are spending money on electronics, unsubscribe from their catalog. Law number 2 is to make the habit attractive. Dopamine, a neurotransmitter that is associated with craving, is released when you anticipate pleasure. like cocaine addicts, who experience a surge in dopamine when they see the powder, and similarly for all our junk food lovers among us. But can this anticipation be used to get a good habit? Their answer is yes, and this technique is known as temptation building, which works by linking an action you want to do with what you need to do, like bundling Netflix post riding a stationary bike. Businesses also employ this technique in a massive scale, like bundling advertisements for Swiggy and IPL during the mega cricketing season in India in order to increase the viewership. This strategy truly makes any behavior change attractive. We all have got cravings like our ancestor did, but each craving has got its underlying motive, like when we are craving for a pizza, we actually need food. And similarly, when we use Tinder, we are trying to find love. Browsing through Facebook, we are trying to connect and bond with others. Posting on Instagram, win social acceptance. Playing video games, achieve status and pleasure. But once we realize the motives behind our habits and start associating solutions with this, then repeating good habits won't be a problem. For example, we know that we are anxious. Then either we can smoke a cigarette or go for a run. The choice is yours. Law number 3. Make it easy. Perfection. Many people are obsessed with it. We try to find the optimal plan for change, like the best way to build muscle, the perfect idea for a side hustle. But beware, guys. Sometimes we are so focused on figuring out the best approach that we never get around to take action. The author has referred to this as being in motion. For example, only talking to a trainer will never get you in shape. It's the act of working out that will give you the results. Getting started to take action and repeating it will help us to automate a habit over time. The 2-minute rule. This rule can help us start a new habit as easily as possible. For example, if we plan to read a book, then it can be scaled down to read only a page. Plan to run 3 miles becomes wear my running shoes. The trick is to make it easier to start so that the rest of the actions will follow up. And this holds true also for bad habits as well. For example, we end up spending 30 minutes scrolling through reels and feeds when we initially thought to get a glimpse of it. Law number 4. Make it satisfying. Karachi. The commercial hub of Pakistan with 9 million people and densely packed slums that lacks basic hygiene and common with diseases. Then one public health worker named Stephen Levy realized that people of the slums were not properly washing their hands, and then Levy partnered with P&G to supply the neighborhood with Safeguard soap, which foamed easily and smelled great. Instantly, hand washing became a more pleasurable experience, and people ended up adopting the habit. But wait, this case was an example of instant gratification, and can it be used to our advantage? The answer is yes, especially to avoid bad habits, like if we are to avoid eating out frequently. We can deposit the same amount to title account named Eurotrip. The immediate pleasure of seeing ourselves save money feels a lot better, and change is easy when it's enjoyable. Similarly, habit trackers are also a simple way to measure whether you did a habit. It can be anything like marking X on a calendar or using some visual measures like moving paper clips or hairpins whenever we make a sales call or something similar to that. So guys, just for a recap, make a habit obvious or invisible, where we can use techniques like pointing and calling, implementation intention, and habit stacking to easily adopt a habit. Law number 2. Make it attractive, where we bundle a habit with a satisfactory craving. Law number 3. Doing an easy task so that rest of the hard work will follow. And law number 4. Make it satisfying, or rather, make the instant rewards satisfying. That's all from the video, but not from the book. I hope this video helped you get enlightened. In this book, the author also breaks down and digs deeper into what goes inside our brain when we pick up a new task or is bitten by a new bad habit. So do check the book and see you until next time. Take care. Goodbye.